Turn with me, if you would, to Ruth chapter 1. Ruth chapter 1. I'm going to read one verse, but I'm going to be dealing with the bulk of the chapter. Ruth chapter 1, verse 16. When you have it, say, I have it. Here we go. Familiar passage. But Ruth said, entreat me not to leave you or to turn back from following after you, for wherever you go, I will go. And wherever you lodge, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people, and your God, my God. I want to start this morning by alerting you to we are going to be going into a series. I don't know how many parts it is, but I know that it's a series, so I want you to work with me in this and listening if you could. So I admonish you to take notes or at least mentally log it in, because these things are going to touch each other in different ways. This is layered. So I want to set the premise by saying this. Yah's intentionality guides our humanity to exercise fidelity for his glory. I want to say it one more time. Yah's intentionality guides our humanity to exercise fidelity for his glory. So let's get into it. All chosen relationships are consensual. All chosen relationships are consensual. To be clear, consensual is a willing agreement between all parties involved. A willing agreement between all parties involved. That means spiritual, marital, covenantal, transactional, professional, organizational, or seasonal. I want you to note this, that familial relationships are not chosen. You don't get to pick your siblings. You don't get to pick your parents. So that's why we make the distinction of chosen relationships. Every relationship you're in, though this should be something we know, I want to be clear. All chosen relationships are consensual. You're in a job that you don't like. You have consented to remain there. Don't tell me about the climate. Don't tell me about the temperature. It is your choice to be there. Well, I have no other choice. Oh, you have another choice. You may not like the other side of that choice. The other side of that choice might look like unemployment, but oh, you have a choice. A lot of times we like to use that statement, but we use it in error because we always have a choice. It doesn't matter how difficult it is. Say, I always have a choice. As long as you are of sound mind, we always have a choice. And so the truth is, our lives are not our choice. Yeah, just let me work a little bit. I said our lives are not our choice. You didn't choose to be here. Somebody made that choice for you. Say, I didn't choose this life. It was chosen for me. I didn't choose this life. We didn't choose this life. It's chosen for us. Nevertheless, how we live these lives, that is entirely our choice. And so when we start making chosen relationships, these are entirely our choices to commence, continue, or end. Are you with me so far? Key in right here, commitment is an opt-in process. Commitment is an opt-in process. Commencement is exciting. Everybody likes to get started, especially when we're talking about a relationship that we want to be into, because even when you started your job, most likely you were excited about it. You was at least excited about the payday. Hello. But when we're talking about friendship relationships, we talk about marital relationships, we talk about dating and all these good things, we're usually excited at the beginning of it because it's new and it's fresh. However, commitment is enduring. And there's a difference between excitement and enduring. Because sometimes in enduring isn't always exciting. Come on, somebody. I know you might be sitting next to somebody right now. I'm just here to tell you. It isn't all. I've been married 16 years. I'll talk about myself. It hasn't always been exciting. And I say this, and I'm so glad about it. Me and my wife have never even had a major argument. We have not. It's just the truth. Some people are like, I wouldn't like that. That's you. I don't like drama. So you can want to find drama and base that. I don't like drama. So I try and stay away from it. So I try to marry somebody who don't like drama, and I don't like drama. So we don't like drama, so we don't do drama. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Some folks are chaos addicts. They can't help it. They got to have something going on. Come on now, can I go sidetrack real quick? You ever had somebody call that every time you call them, they got mess to talk about? Like how you always messy? Ain't nothing just normal? Look, I like normal. I like calm. I like quiet. That excites me. I'm like, oh, it's quiet. Look at this. I come into my house, ain't no, it's quiet. I love it. One more little sidetrack. There's some people that be like, when you go on vacations and that, they're thrill seekers. I ain't one of them. You got people that like it, and I ain't knocking it. That's you, right? I go on vacation. Look, I want to sightsee, and I want to chill. That's the extent of what I want to do. I want to look around. Now, back in the day, I used to like to get on all the roller coasters. Them days gone. Last time I got on a roller coaster, I was like, why do I feel like this? And I got off the ride an hour ago. This is crazy. Right? And so at this stage, that's where I am. Let me park that and put this right here and say, enjoy what you enjoy as long as you ain't hurting nobody. All right? Because we get the comparison and all that stuff. That's not even where we're going today. I just want to put that out there. So commitment is exciting. Commitment is enduring. Now listen, it's enduring besides the momentary optics. So momentary optics, offerings, or offenses do not a commitment make. Let me say it again. Momentary optics, momentary offerings, and momentary offenses do not a commitment make. And a lot of times we let what has happened momentarily define how we continue in a thing. And so momentary optics, let's talk about the text. Momentary optics would have Ruth looking at Naomi's situation. Because Naomi is in a situation where even Naomi herself feels she has nothing to offer. Because everything that she had to offer is now dead. Okay. See, when she had her husband Elimelech, when she had him, she had the patriarchy on her side. And even when he passed, she still had her two sons. Now, she still had her two sons for about the space of 10 years, the text tells us. So for 10 years, she still has something to look forward to. Why is that? Because she understands that there's still seed connected to her. Are you seeing what I'm saying? And as long as seed is connected to me, I know that there is potential for a harvest. Here's the interesting thing. The text does not tell us so much about Oprah, but the text does kind of indicate that though there's been a marriage, there's been no production. There are no sons talked about that come out of Ruth's household, which is my home's household, and there's nothing that comes out of Killian. There's nothing that come out of his either, so there's no children being had. But as long as the sons are there, she knows that there's a potential. But then time does what time does, and life does what life does, because y'all know life be lifing. Okay? Life be lifing. And so now both of her sons have died. And so there's nothing more she has to offer, especially in this particular society. She is now a widow without children. And so she's giving her companions at this point. They are her daughters-in-law, if you would, and now she's ready to give them an option, all because of how she sees her situation. I want to talk to a few people here on a human level. There are some times that we feel we have nothing to offer simply because of the occurrences that we're facing. And we let something that is temporary, watch this, something that is temporary define us. Something that is momentary become a mindset. If you know anything about Naomi, she changes her whole identity based on what is happening. Her whole identity, the way she sees herself. So watch this. She's not looking for affirmation. That's not what Naomi's doing. She's not looking for affirmation because she has no value for herself. Are you hearing what I'm saying? And so here's the thing. Humility acknowledges being an option. Boy, some of y'all is about to situate different. I say humility acknowledges being an option. Now, some of y'all ain't going to want to say this, but I'm going to say it. I'm an option. Okay. Humility acknowledges being an option. I'm an option in every relationship that I'm in. Some of us think that we are the only one. No. You're an option. That's what humility will tell you. But honor will acknowledge being a choice. And it's an honor to be God help me. It's an honor to be someone's choice. Can I say this? Can I be selfish real quick? It is an honor that you guys choose me. This is a choice. I'm an option for you. There's thousands of churches that you could go to. It's an option for you. But it's an honor. So the option keeps me humble. The honor is that you make that choice. And so when you're in a relationship, whatever relationship that is, organizational, marital, spouse, whatever it is, when you make that choice, somebody has made you their choice out of all the other options that were available to them. Because trust me, I know you're wonderful, but there was another option. I know that watch this, we talk about this soulmate stuff. You're an option. Every time I get to thinking that I'm too much, I'm doing this, that, I have to remind myself sometimes. Because you know when you're successful, you get to, come on now, smell yourself a little bit. When you're doing stuff right, you get to smell yourself a little bit. Man, she better be glad. No, you better be glad. She don't know what she got. Yes, she does. That's why she chose you today. Okay. That's why she chose you today, and that's why you chose her today, because these choices are made daily. Commitment is a choice that you make daily. Just because someone says they're committed to you means nothing. You can tell me you committed all day. Man, you better show me what you're working with. Now, over time, I can see and now I can rely on your commitment because of the time, because of the duration that we're in this. But at the same time, I don't take it for granted because every day, say every day, someone is choosing me. Every day, someone is choosing me. Watch this, in spite of myself. Because we're not always wonderful. We don't always think the best of ourselves. Sometimes we'll hear this also, oh, you got to know your worth. Watch this. Sometimes your worth is trapped in the lens of what's happening to you. Sometimes your worth is trapped in delusion. Okay, maybe I'm just talking about me. Sometimes our worth is trapped in our delusion and trapped in what we've been through. When the stuff that we've been through, and I ain't even got to tell y'all know the hell that we went through. Last year, I was looking at myself a little differently. Because when everything is going good for you, it's real easy to be like, oh, look at how God is working in my life. Look at what God is blessing me with. Look at how God is touching my family. Look at God is saving my soul. But then you start losing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 relatives in 1 year. That's my testimony. I don't know about yours. This lady has lost 2 in a short amount of time. But not only has she lost 2 relatives, she's lost 2 sons. Not only has she lost 2 sons, she's lost 2 seeds, which means she's lost 2 harvests. So now there's no expectation for harvest because her harvest is dead. And if you ain't never been here, it's going to be difficult for you to understand. You can, but it's going to be difficult. When you're looking at your situation, it's like, where's my seed? I don't have everything around me. There's nothing more for me to do. I'm just here at this point. Matter of fact, because so much has died around me, I don't want nobody else connected to me. Because death, if you're not careful, will make you want to isolate. Because nobody knows what I've been through. Let me help you. Nobody will. Because only you have your experience. Only you have your experience. And so it is not wise to expect anyone to completely, not on this earth, to understand exactly what you're going through. Yes, we should have a ministry of empathy. That's part of our job. But a lot of our issue is we want people to relate entirely. I didn't lose when you lost. I didn't have the relationships that you had. Because some of us have lost people that we didn't have a relationship with, but it damaged us more than the people we lost that we did. You ever lost somebody who you wanted a relationship with? Okay. Am I talking to anybody in the house? Have you ever lost someone you wanted to have a relationship with? Huh? A parent? A sibling? But they're not here. Can't be done. You ain't going to have no relationship with them. You can go to the graveside all you want to, and you ain't finna have, nuh-uh. All you want to. You can watch all the videos you want to. You can look at all the pictures you want to. A relationship you will not have. I know that's harsh. I'm just being truthful. And so now her relationships, watch this, she has a chosen relationship that she's lost. 2 chosen relationships, to be honest with you, because the chosen relationship, she was the choice of Elimelech. And they chose to have those children. And so she's lost her choices. She's lost her choices. I'm going somewhere, I promise you. She's lost her choices, and now she's trying to cut off the rest of them. Because the other choices were not her choices. I said, oh God, stay with me. I say the other choices were not her choices. They were her son's choices. And she knows that, watch this, I know I'm not your choice. Okay. So I'm giving you the opportunity to choose. And really, I don't even want you to choose. I want you to choose to leave me. She didn't give them the option to stay with her. That was not what Naomi did. She said, look, y'all leave. You can read the King James Version and all that. That's what she said. Y'all can go because I have nothing. I have nothing to offer. What would happen even if y'all stuck around me, right? Or am I going to have more sons that you're going to wait for? Well, that's going to rob your life. I wouldn't even do that to you. I like you enough. I love you enough to let you, God help me. I love you enough to let you go. Okay. But humility is not just being an option. I'm an option. But the honor is being somebody's choice. And so Naomi doesn't realize the level to which she's about to be honored. Because Ruth's about to make Naomi her choice. And this choice is about to change both of their lives. And this is why it is so significant, it is so important that we know how to make the right choices. We shouldn't just do stuff ad hoc. We shouldn't just do it willy-nilly. We shouldn't be careless with our choices. We should be careful with our choices, especially when we're dealing with people. Be especially careful with your choices when you're dealing with people. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Man, I want to jump ahead, but I cannot. Let's go further. Lasting relationships are a mutual decision of commitment. Let me say it again. Lasting relationships are a mutual decision of commitment. It's not transactional or seasonal. not a lasting relationship. There's no way a lasting relationship can be transactional. It's not going to work. It's going to have to get personal at some point. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You can do business with somebody for a long time, but after a while, if y'all don't be friends, that business it's not going to work out. It's not seasonal, situational. We got to understand, watch this, sometimes we have to understand seasonal relationships. Here's the thing, all seasonal relationships are not brief. Okay, all seasonal relationships, can I talk about life today? I say, all seasonal relationships are not brief. There are some people that have been in our lives for some seasons. But then transaction. Then watch this, transition, not transaction. Then transition happened. And transition changes things. You want to see some folk act up? Wait till people transition. Sometimes the reality of who people are, boy, when somebody go, you be like, oh, you ain't come around, but as soon as they out the house, you in it looking for stuff. Oh, we see where your values were. Because some of us don't have value in people's hearts. Some of us only have value in people's pockets. Are you hearing what I'm saying? As long as you have something to offer me. This is how you know, watch this, this is how you know Ruth's in it for the right reasons, because Naomi has nothing to offer. I said, this is how you know Ruth's in it for the right reasons, because Naomi has nothing to offer, or so she thinks. She thinks she has nothing to offer because she doesn't have any seed. She doesn't have any seed to give to her daughters. I don't have no seed for y'all. I don't have no money for y'all. I don't have no possessions for y'all. I don't have anything. So if you want to go, you got to go. I understand. And so lasting at the same time, so let me say this, lasting relationships are a mutual decision of commitment. At the same time, lasting relationships are a decision of devotion made daily. And so when you're in a lasting relationship, someone is deciding to be devoted to you daily. I don't know if you understand. I said when you want to commit a lasting relationship, someone is saying, I'm not only just with you, I'm devoted to you. And every morning they wake up, whether you had an attitude or not, whether you was wonderful or not, I'm devoted to you, because watch this, it has so much more to do than what you do temporarily. Because I'm in this for the long haul. God help me. I'm in this for the long haul. You can't say this to everybody. You got to know what you get. Here's the thing. We want to know what we're getting into, and that's why I'm supposed to be dating for like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years. Look. Huh? Tell us so we going to get married. Man, y'all been, come on, y'all got children and good gracious. But folks who can't make commitments are always looking for other options. Let me say it again. I said people who can't make commitments are always looking for other options. The only reason that you with them is because they haven't found the other option yet. Because I promise you, as soon as they find it, they're gone. Ask Oprah about it. As soon as there was another option, deuces. I'm out. Sorry, that was a wrestling term. Forgive me. I'm out. I got another option. This is why some people, can I say this? This is why some people, when they get famous, all of a sudden the spouses start changing, right? You want to upgrade. Soon as you, because come on, fellas, you know that wallet make you look better. Come on now. You ain't that handsome. You're not. I remember it was this one particular basketball player, and he was like, usually men don't really be like, oh, dude look like this, dude look like that, but everybody know ugly when they see it. Come on now. You ain't gotta say nothing. I'll say it. I'm the bad guy. I will say it. That person, you don't say nothing to him because you holy, you know what I'm saying? But you just be like, And I look at everybody in the eye when I talk to them, but some of them folks, you be like, ooh, let me look around your shoulder somewhere because your face. No, let me stop. But some of these athletes, come on now, y'all know they ain't no looker. But boy, you see that woman with them, you be like, you ain't got to ask the question. Now, how did he get her? I'll tell you how. His pockets. I love him as long as he's in the league. Soon as that lifestyle change, what happened? And I've been with you long enough, so now I get half. Because I wasn't in this to be one from the get-go. You won't have, you wasn't it. Let me come back over here to this text for y'all. Think I'm being carnal. I'm not, I promise. Let's go deeper. Longevity is tried by transition. Lack and loss reveal the integrity of relational value. Loss and lack reveal the integrity of relational value. The text tells us about 10 years after the death of Elimelech, whose name means my God is king, both of Naomi's sons die. Mahon, whose name means sick, and Kilion, whose name means pining or decline. According to Ruth, chapter 4, verse 10, Ruth was the wife of Mahon. So I need you to log this in, that Ruth was married to sickness. And Ruth's name means friend, by the way. So this friend, and you know Ruth's a good friend because she's in it for the right reasons. Ruth is the friend that you want. Ruth is the one that's in it for the right reasons. Watch this. What are the right reasons? The right reasons are when somebody's in it for you. Okay. Can I just go here? I'm in this for you. There's nothing that you can offer me. There's nothing that you can take away from me except you, because that's all I'm here for. It was difficult for I and my wife to have children, but I wasn't in it for the children. I was in it for her. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, thank God that we were able to finally have a child. You understand what I'm saying? But I wasn't in it for that because after a while, at first we didn't want children. Can I be transparent? At first we didn't want children because why? We wanted to get to know each other. Because remember what I told you about people be dating for forever? Look, me and my wife dated for about a couple months, right? I went away to the military. We broke up and all that stuff. I was gone for like 4 years. I didn't talk to my wife for a full year. I mean, zero communication. I let her go. But some way, somehow, came back around. She called me from a block number, and I said, I know who it is. True story. Called me from a block number. I know who this is. How you know? Because I know. And so, a couple more months after dating, I think, matter of fact, truth be told, the first time we was dating, the second date, I was like, oh, I'm good. She's like, what you mean? I was like, oh, I'm good. What you mean you good? I said, I already know. What you already know? Now, I can't tell y'all the rest of that because I wasn't saved. My Lord. I said I'm your homeboy. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I said I'm your Negro. No, I didn't. You hear what I'm saying? That's what Second date. Why? I know as much as I need to right now. There was nothing she had given me. You want to know the truth about it? I was a little bit too anxious on that first date. Yes, I was. Yes, I was. I'm lucky the girl gave me another chance. Blessed. You can't say lucky around church folk. You got to be careful. What you talking about lucky? I meant, okay. a terrible phrase, okay? Anyway, but I almost blew it. But that second date, as she gave me, watch this, another chance. She gave me another chance to be her choice. So I did it differently. I had to because now I saw more value than I even saw the first time. I said for her to give me an opportunity, I for what, me? And see, some of us don't understand that when somebody has made a choice, it's not like made us their choice. It's not like they haven't seen our flaws. I've seen your flaws. Can somebody, I know I'm trying to make this human, but can you give God a praise that he saw all your flaws and he still chose? God, help my soul. I saw all of your flaws. I seen you make a mistake. I seen you trying to take advantage of. I seen this and I still chose you. I was an option, but he chose me. God help me. He didn't have to. Let me calm down. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I was an option. He didn't have to do it. Come on, church, but he did. You better sit back in your chair and turn your head, but he did. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Ruth made a choice to marry sickness. It was her. Okay. I say Ruth made a choice to marry sickness, but then sickness died, and only delight was left. Naomi's name means my delight, but delight didn't see herself that way. She didn't see herself as Naomi. She saw herself as Mara. She said, I'm bitter. No, I'm not better. I'm bitter. I would that some of these church folk would just admit where they really are so that we can get better. Because there is no doubt that Naomi loved God, but she felt that God's hand was against her. I can tell you, you might be too scared to say it. There has been points and times in my life where I felt the hand of God was against me. You ought to be more mature than that. Okay, you go through some stuff. It's all wonderful when God is doing everything you want him to do. You've heard me talk about this many times. Everybody loves the salvific side, the Savior side. The salvific side of God, come on, praise him, come on. Hey. But when God says no, when God says it ain't happening, when God says you can't do it, when that sovereign side comes out, will you be as in love with him? That's when he said yes. Because when he says yes, it's this, ain't it? Come on, I love him. You can sing your little worship songs and rock yourself. Yes. He's holding me and is he not holding you when he says no? Don't you say no to your children out of love? No, that's not happening. No, we're not going. No, you're not getting that. Watch this. Not because I can't afford it. Not because you don't deserve it. Because I'm choosing for you not to have that. And as long as you live under my house, you will live by my choices. Oh, you think I'm talking about my house? No. I'm talking about God's house. As long as we live in his house, watch this, we got to live by his choices. Because if you don't want to live by his choices, then go ahead and be a rebellious bastard. I know that was strong. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Longevity is found and proven in enduring. So enduring turbulence, enduring trial, enduring trouble, and enduring transition. The question is not what's left after we've lost. Who's left? Who's left after we've lost? After we've lost people? After we've lost possessions? After we've lost positions? Because some people choose you as long as you're in a certain position. Some people choose you as long as you have certain possessions, especially when you give them a piece. When you give them a little change. When you give them a little change, but then when you change, they say you strange. Huh? Watch, you need to let everybody know, everybody who's in a chosen relationship with you, and I'm really talking about intimate relationships, you need to let them know that I'm going to grow. Okay, I'm going to grow. Let me help the married folks in here. I'm going to change. My wife is not the same person I married 16 years ago. She's not. She's better. I'm not the same man that she married 16 years ago. I'm better. Right? Why? Because there were some things I worked on myself. And there's some things that she helped me work on for myself. No woman, no man can make the other one change. You ain't, y'all know where this is going, you ain't changing nobody. You can't do it by manipulation. You can't do it by withholding. Nothing. Are you understand? Because ladies, let me help you out. If you withholding or whatever have you, or the man, because watch this, David withheld too. That's how that woman ain't had no children. Because they was like, no, okay, you want to act crazy when I'm praising? Be gone then. You know? But you got to understand, when somebody's in it for the right reasons, it doesn't matter what you withhold. You see what I'm saying? You withholding time, it don't matter because I'm in it for you. You withholding money, it doesn't matter because I'm in it for you. And so if you're trying to use something that you have against somebody who has chosen you, then you got to look in that mirror. Because what are you in it for? Are you in it to string somebody along according and make them dance according to your strings, or are you in it for them? Who? Not what are you in it for? Who are you in it for? They had a little whatever half terrible movie, Why Did I Get Married, right? Sometimes you got to ask yourself question, why did I get in this relationship? Because I don't want to just make it about marriage. This is about relationships. Why am I in this relationship? Who did I get in it for? Did I get into it for my ideal? Okay. Because when I was young, I ain't got to talk about y'all. I'm going to talk about me. Because when I was young, I don't want to offend nobody. When I was young, I used to say, ooh, I want one short, sweet, neat, and petite. That was my little thing. I said it. I sure did. I did. Look at me crazy. I don't care. Short, sweet, neat, petite. Well, I actually got it, but thank you, Jesus. But I say this a lot. My wife was not my type. My wife was not my type. I grew up around Spanish girls, right? That was my type because that's what I was raised around, right? And them some good-looking women. Then I saw my wife, and I was like, what is this? hey, I'm just telling you the truth. Y'all can act like stuff, though. I'm a real human being. You know what I'm saying? I ain't churchified. I'm for real. What is this? Why am I so drawn to this girl? And I'm 17, and I'm not, like, I can't objectify because she was in all baggy clothes. Y'all know this story. I couldn't objectify. I'm like, why am I so enamored with this girl? I can't see nothing but her face. And she digging a ditch. This crazy. We was working in construction. This crazy. And so after getting to know her, I wanted her, not my idea. Okay. Let me take it back to the text. Y'all don't think I'm talking about my life. I'm just trying to give you something real here. Watch this. Watch this. Ruth had seen enough of Naomi's life to know that she just wanted her. Watch this. I've lived long enough for God to know I just want him. God help me. I said, I've been with him long enough to know it doesn't matter what he gives me, because watch this. Every time I draw breath, he's giving me something. And sometimes it's not wrong to ask God for the material things. It ain't wrong. It ain't wicked. Are you hearing what I'm saying? But how many of us can get real and be like, God, I'm in it for you? Can I give you a little bit of Abraham? I'm going to do it anyway. You are my exceedingly and great reward. You are what I'm in this for. And these are the type of relationships we need to have. This is the type of relationship that Ruth is trying to have with Naomi. She's been at least around Naomi for 10 years. We can drive at least around her. But she knows enough about Naomi to be like, you know what? It doesn't matter what you've lost, because it's not about what you lost or what you had. It's about who you are. Watch this, I've had enough of you. Some of y'all will catch that 2 times. I've had enough of you. There's some people like, I had enough of you. And there's some people like, I've had enough of you. You understand what I'm saying? And so Ruth had enough of Naomi to be like, you know what? It don't matter what you have. Watch this. I know who you have. Because where you lodge, I lodge. Your people, my people. Your God, my God. I know who you have. And I know who you are. And I'm in it for you. That's the relationship you want to be in. The one that's in it, watch this. It doesn't matter what's happened, what the lack is, what the loss is. I'm in it. Let me keep moving. Don't miss this. True worth is weighed in character. You know, they say things are weighed in gold, silver, and that. True worth is weighed in character. What is our worth after we've lost? Huh? What is the worth of the people that we're around once they've lost? Watch this. What if she had this figure when you got married, but now she has that figure? What were you in it for? Were you in it for the figure, or were you in it for her? Now look, my wife is still basically the same size that she was when we got married, but I am not. I am not. You know? You know what I'm saying? I had to get back into this workout because I started having spillage and I didn't want none. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It was leaning a little bit, yeah. Now she didn't say nothing about it because she'll mess with me. But you know what I'm saying? When I don't know, some stuff ain't sexy to me. You know what I'm saying? You start patting me on my stomach, that ain't, hey, look, oh, let me come back to the text. Like, what you want me to do? Lay on my back or something? I'm not. I'm not. Whoa, what? Are you trying to say something? Say it then. But when you're in it, for the person, you understand that the person is going to go through changes. Watch this. What if the person looks like what you expected them to look like the entirety of your relationship? What if they keep that figure? What if they keep that beauty? But what happens when sickness hits? Who are you in it for? Are you seeing what I'm saying? The way I saw my mother care for my father, I knew who she was in it for. Are you hearing what I'm saying? The way I seen my sister take care of my mother, I knew who she was in it for. Are you hearing what I'm saying? That's when you know what happens when mama can't cook no more. You still gonna be at the house? Huh? What happens when you can't come to mama for another loan? Who are you in it for? What happens when dad can't help you fix stuff no more? What happens when you gotta fix stuff for dad? Huh? I'm going to talk about it because it's the truth. Look, it was an honor for me to go and do my dad's yard. You understand what I'm saying? I know that man love being outside. Look, and boy, y'all that been to the house, know they house. Up the hill, down the hill, and they want to have hedges, 2 rows of hedges around the house and on the fence. Daddy, I love you. Golly. I love you. Golly. I didn't realize how much I loved you till right now. Golly, I love this. Man, it's hot out here. I love this, man. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Who are you in it for? I remember when my dad was well and he helped me resod my whole yard. Why did he do it? Not because he had to. Because he wanted to. Because he was in it for me. This going to make your stuff look good? Let me help you. What happens when we be like, this ain't got nothing to do with me. It's just going to make you look good. Let me make where you live look better. Let me make what you like look better. That's when you know you're in a right relationship. And watch this. Ruth is like this. Ruth is like, I just want to be a part of your life, whatever's left. God help me. I said, I want to be a part of your life, whatever's left, because you're still here. Are you hearing what I'm saying? The truth is, traits and testimony are far greater than treasury and talents. Let me say that again. I said traits and testimony are far greater than treasury and talents. A lot of times that's how we value people, when they have treasury or when they talent. Gifted folks just be looked at all kind of crazy. When you're gifted, folks got your attention because you could do so much stuff. All of a sudden they got your attention. Anybody ever ask you how you doing? Instead of what can you do for me? Oh, Jordan, I need you to play keys, Jordan. I need you to play guitar, Jordan. Sometimes I tell Jordan, you want to get off the keys, just sit down. Have I not? I can care less about praise and worship. If you need to sit down and receive a message, sit down and receive the message. Maybe you don't want to play today. Maybe you just want to receive instead of give. Is that okay? Or if I'm only good when I can give you something? Oh boy, it's different, ain't it? What happens, watch this, what happens when you think God ain't giving you nothing? Will you still give him a praise? Because God's about to, I got to deal with it and get out my system. God's about to done messed up more black churches than I care to count. Huh? More charismatic churches than I care to count. God's about to. God's about to make you wait for 10 years. Now give him a praise. God ain't telling you when. God ain't telling you when that seed coming. Now keep walking. Somebody say he let me walk. What? Huh? Oh, this ain't that microwave church that we got. He gonna do it tomorrow. Now, what happens when he say tomorrow, like next year? This time next year? But God, I've been waiting for 24 years. Wait another one. Y'all ready? Dun, 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 dun. Come on. Hey, shut up. I'm just asking questions. What was Naomi good for anymore? No more seed to give. No more sons to have. What was she good for? Her. Ruth doesn't know what tomorrow is going to look like. She just knows who she's going to be with. God help me. I don't know, okay, this is why you got to understand who you're involved with. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but I know as long as you're here, I'm here. I'm in it for you. It doesn't even matter. Do you think that she knew where she was going? Do you think that she knew? Watch this. Everybody want to get the roof and jump the Boaz. Oh, what? She didn't know him. She didn't know she was going to Bethlehem. She just knew, I'm in it for you. I don't know where we're going. I don't know what's going to happen. But I've had enough of you to know that you're worth staying with. Even though, watch this, you feel worthless. You feel like nothing. I got to move. You feel like nothing. But you're worth it to me. Oh, you hear what I'm saying? They ain't got to look like, it ain't got to mean nothing to nobody else. I decided. It's my choice. And I'm devoted to keep making it. Oh, you hear what I'm saying? Because that's what it looked like sometimes in salvation when you praying and stuff ain't happen. I still choose. People talk about you and you're like, God, I just need some relief, and ain't no relief coming. I still choose. I just want this to stop happening in my house and in my family. You know what? God, I still choose. Who are you in it for? Because if it's what are you in it for, you're not in the right relationship. You're not in the right relationship. If it's what, you're not in it for the right reasons. Make no mistake, value is always in the eye of the assessor. Value is always in the eye of the assessor. Watch this. Somebody can mean the most to you and nothing to you in a split second. Right? You can see somebody do miracles and then sell them out for 30 pieces of silver. I don't want to talk about nobody. I want to make sure I'm in my Bible so that nobody. You would have said, no, Judas was always in it for the bag. That's what Judas had. Judas had the bag. You ain't know about that? Y'all ain't know Judas had the bag. Huh? King James Version say it with the money box. Some other translations, I like the way they say it. They say he had the bag. Judas was a treasurer. Okay. Judas was a treasurer for Jesus' ministry. That's what he was. So when Judas actually got up from the table, nobody thought sideways about it because they thought that he was going to do business. Because that's what Judas did. Now afterwards, of course, we always do that betrayer. If you knew he was a betrayer, you wouldn't have sat next to him. You didn't know. But watch this. Judas was a seasonal relationship that was around for a few seasons. But watch this, and I'm about to get to this point. I got to move. Watch this. But Yeshua was like, I release you. Okay. Do what you must. Judas, I release you. God help me. Judas, I release you. You don't dismiss Judas. You release him. A lot of us want to remove Judas. You don't remove Judas. You release him. And every time we got somebody, oh, they're a backstabber. Don't remove them. Release them. Okay. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Value, I got to get back on point. Value is always in the eye of the assessor. Naomi doesn't see her value saying, turn back, my daughters. Why will you go with me? What do I have to offer? Verse 13 says that she felt the hand of God had gone out against her. Follow me here. Watch this. Release is not equivalent to removal. Release is not equivalent to removal. Verse 14, Orpah was given an option to leave, and she took it. Orpah was not removed. She was released. Are you hearing what I'm saying? She was released. Don't demonize or vilify those who chose to move on. There are some people who have left our life and we want to demonize them because we thought that they was, watch this, we thought that they were a long-term relationship. We thought that that was a lasting relationship when they were a seasonal relationship. And I'm sorry that you saw them that way. But this is what life teaches us. It teaches us to make different choices. And watch this, some of these seasonal relationships were assigned to you. There was nothing you could do about it anyway. They were assigned to you. Judas was assigned to. Watch this. Nobody came to Jesus unless the Father drew him. So watch this. God knew that Judas was coming. So some of these people, I'm just going to put it this way. Some of these people that have broken your heart, God knew it was coming. He knew it was coming. But you got to make sure that people that break your heart don't break you. Because if they break you, then you'll be broken. And if you're broken, it's going to be hard for people to have right relationship with you because you just want to see yourself as broken. Naomi's having a difficulty because all she sees, I'm broken. I'm bitter. Let me use her words. I'm bitter. You're broken. You're broken because of your experience. Because what's happened to you, and what happened to you is legit. It happened. I'm not dismissing it. I'm saying, and it may break your heart. Don't let it break you. And even if it has broke you, guess what? I know a healer. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I know a healer. But we don't have to be broken. We don't have to remain broken people because people have tried to break our heart and upset us and they haven't met up to our expectations and etc. But she's bitter, she's broken, she's hurt. But Orpha was released and not removed. Watch this. Sometimes that chapter is complete. That's all it is. What did she do wrong? There are a lot of commentators that have all this stuff to say about Orpha. Naomi said, hey, if you want to go, go. Orpha was like, I'm not in this for you anymore. Now I'm in it for me. That's just the end of the chapter. Why you got to get hurt? Watch this. When you release people and they take the release, thank God. Okay, you didn't hear me. I said when you release people and they take their leave, thank God. Because one of the worst things that can happen is when you release somebody who don't want to go. Because now if they stay attached, now they're violating. If you release somebody and they won't leave, oh God, help me. They just walk away. We hear this all the time. If they walk away, let them. Let them. If it's meant for them to come back, that's why you had to let them go. Are you hear what I'm saying? You chose to let them go, and you have to choose to receive them if that's what happens. Because we don't know everything. I know you think I know. Watch this. Jesus was like, Peter, I know you're going to leave, but you'll be back. Oh, you heard it another way. Peter, you're going to deny me. Remember, Peter said at one point in time, Yeshua, I'm in it for you. Okay, when he dismissed all the rest of the disciples in John chapter 6, John said, where am I going? Your words are salt and life. Where am I going? Where am I going? I'm not going nowhere, but as soon as the wrong person came around, soon as transition showed up, okay, Yeshua was going to the cross. I told you people start acting up around transition. Soon as transition came up, I don't even know who that is. I thought you was in it for me, Peter. But then Peter went into business for himself because he was trying to protect himself, right? But Yeshua, in the goodness of his heart, he was like, I knew you was going to do it. And I'm here to receive you. Because we can't preach a message. We can't have a ministry of reconciliation and never be willing to reconcile. Yeah, there's some people you're going to have to cut off. We love that, don't we? Oh, cut them off. No, some people you got to reconcile with. Yeah, it's the same ones that denied you in your face. During your harshest hour, the one who left you, the one you thought was with you, who left you during your most difficult time. Yeah, that one. I want to be Christ-like. Well, oh, this is that sovereign side. I told you this. Let me get out y'all way. Y'all tired of me. But is this helping anybody for real? I'm serious. I don't need your applause. I'm trying to help us all. Because this had to help me. That's why I was telling you, I was like, hold on, wait a minute. Because even though I keep tiptoeing into the spiritual side, I really just want to deal with this human side. I just want y'all to think that this ain't, saying, we still in his house, amen? But all scripture is given. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Here's another note. Don't die over people who decided to leave. Some of us just, I just can't live on. But they decided to leave. You gonna die because somebody decided to leave? You gonna die when you release the person? You said that they could go. Because some of us have released people that we weren't ready to release, but we needed to release. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You needed to release. You heard from God. God was like, let them go. And what did you do? That ain't God. Hold on, what? The Lord just told you to let them go. That ain't like, God is a God of love. God will straight up tell you, be like, look, if you don't love your mother more than me, you better, you don't like that side. Mama, he went straight to the heart, didn't he? He would have went to daddy, we would have been like, maybe daddy. But he said, mama. He said, if you don't love me more than your mama, I know that ain't y'all King James Version. He said, if you don't love me more than your mama, deuces, be gone. He said, you're not worthy of me. Because there's a hierarchy. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Make no mistake about it. In relationship, there are hierarchies. If your spouse don't mean more to you than anyone else, including your children, you got the hierarchy messed up. Now, if you love your spouse right, you're going to have enough room to love your children as well. That's a different dynamic because two things can be true at the same time. I can fully love my children and fully love my spouse. I can give my spouse everything that they need. I can give my children everything that they need. I may not be able to give them everything they want, but I can give them everything that they need. You know what everything they need is? You. You want to buy stuff. You. Huh? My daddy could have got me everything I ever wanted, but if I didn't have him, I wouldn't be the man that I am. I had him. I got to say it because it's just in my, you ain't going to ever hear me calling no other man daddy. You crazy? Never. I love my apostle. That is my apostle. He is not my daddy. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I get why people do that. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying, because I had one, I'll never need another one. Because I had him. Are you seeing what I'm saying? And when somebody's in it for you, then you cannot be replaced. Naomi couldn't be replaced. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Yeshua cannot be replaced. You can't get another him. That's what makes somebody valuable when they are irreplaceable. If you can replace them, they ain't that valuable to you. I know y'all know that song, I can have another you in a minute, then you didn't love him in the first place. If you can get somebody else, if you can get another you in a minute, that's all it was worth to you anyway. That was a momentary value from the get-go. Ain't no way in the world you got value in somebody and you can just, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. There ain't no way. My wife could switch. Ain't no way I could just walk away and be like, no, girl, look. I might keep my distance, but I can't walk away. I'll let you walk, but I'll be right here. I ain't no stalker, but I might send some. I'm a stalker for Jesus. I gotta finish. Y'all mind if I finish this? Give me 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes. Two more things. Consider this. If you're going to follow, submit to being led. If you're going to follow, I'm still in the text, I promise you. If you're going to follow, submit to being led. Ruth says, entreat me not to leave you or turn back from following after you. Watch this. Commitment invites conversion. Commitment invites conversion. When you commit to somebody, parts about you are going to change. It's inevitable. When you commit to somebody, you are not going to be able to stay the same. Because now you got to find out, watch this, how to get along with that person on a daily basis. I got to find out how to get along with God on a daily basis, because my little finite mind has difficulty dealing with his infinite mind. I got to learn how to I don't know how this go. And sometimes I don't like it. Sometimes I throw tantrums like I'm 2 and 3 years old. I don't want to do it. Then he has to remind me, but you're in my house. You want to eat at my table? Then sit up straight. Get your elbows off the table. Are you hearing what I'm saying? But Lord, I live here too. Yeah, you live here, but this is my house. Oh, let me listen close. I need you to hear this one spiritually. Engrafting is not supplanting. I'm going to break it down. I said engrafting is not supplanting. Watch this. When you are engrafted to the tree, you don't take it over. And see, there's some Gentiles, I'm saying what I'm saying, there's some Gentiles that came into the way trying to take it over. There's some Gentiles that came into holiness trying to take it over. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Ruth is a Gentile, and she's coming into the way, knowing that she can't take it over. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Ruth is a Moabitess. Are you hearing what I'm saying? There are generations of Moabites that were exiled from the congregation of God. So her people were rejected. Her people were rejected, but she's saying, Naomi, because of you, even though my people, I don't know if she knew all this, even though my people have been rejected, I'm after you, and because I'm after you, whoever you deal with, I'm dealing with. Your people going to be my people. Your God is going to be my God. Watch this. I'm making a commitment to be converted. I'm making a commitment to be converted because I understand, because I'm choosing to follow after you. Whoever you choose to follow after, make sure that you're ready to submit. Because if you're not ready to submit, you're not going to convert, and there's going to be conflict. You hear what I'm saying? Oh, but there's another side to that as well. If you're going to lead, submit to serve. If you're going to follow, submit to being led. If you're going to lead, submit to serve. Watch this. When Yeshua came to earth, he said, I did not come to be ministered unto. I came to minister. So even though I am the leader, I came to serve. Whoever wants to be the greatest among you, then make sure that you serve all. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Verse 18, when Naomi saw that Ruth was determined to go with her, she stopped speaking to her. I love this. She stopped speaking to her. They went to Bethlehem, which means the house of bread. I'm pulling up right here. Truth be told, sometimes we don't know how it's going to go. We just got to keep going. Naomi's like, okay, I gave you your walking papers, but you didn't want them. I tried to release you. I told you I have nothing to offer you. But Ruth says, entreat me not to leave you. In other words, you got to choose me. Because you told me to leave, and I heard what you said. I don't know if you heard me. I said, I heard what you said because you told me to leave you. And if I listen to the last thing that you said, then I'll have to leave. But I'm not leaving. Entreat me not to leave you. And so this is how you know that you want to remain committed, because some people are going to try and release you. And watch this. If they say you got to go, you got to go. But there's some people that they don't even know that they need to keep you. And it's not because of what you're doing. It's because of how they assess themselves. I'm not enough for you. You're everything that I need, though. But I don't have anything. And that's more than enough. Because I wasn't never looking for things. I was always looking for you. So watch this. Sometimes we feel like we have nothing to offer God. God was like, I wasn't here for the offerings. Watch this. Sacrifices and offering thou wouldest not, but thou hast prepared a body. I'm here for you. I just want you. That's what I came here for. I'm here for you. Okay, maybe that's too much. Make no mistake, true value always outweighs the optics. True value always outweighs the optics. It don't look like it's worth it to people who are only looking at outside things. To people that are only looking at, hey, what do you have? What's going on with you? But people who can look at you and say, it's you that I'm in it for. It's you that had the value. Then that's what you go after. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Last thing, relationship is an ongoing enterprise of an opt-in commitment. Relationship is an ongoing enterprise of an opt-in commitment. Your series title is Relational Awareness. Part 1, opt in and commit. Opt in and commit. If you're going to be in a right relationship, you're going to be in a lasting relationship, you got to opt in and commit on a daily basis. Does that make sense what I'm saying? For it to last, I got to opt in and commit every day. What's gonna keep me in right relationship with this person is not what they can give me. It's not what they can do for me. It's who they are. Because what happens when they can't? What happens if they can't? Are you going to leave because they can't anymore? What were you in it for in the first place? Makes us check ourselves. From Naomi's perspective, there's nothing for her to offer. But from Ruth's perspective, Naomi is what Naomi has to offer. You understand what I'm saying? It's not what my wife can give me, it's who she is. I'm in it for her. She's in it for me. Watch this. I'm in it for y'all regardless of what you do. You see what I'm saying? I'm in it for y'all no matter what. I told somebody the other day, I said, look, I can't promise you nothing but to love you for real. That's it. I ain't going to give you no vain prophecies. I ain't finna say God finna to, and he didn't say he was finna to. I'm not going to give you a bunch of cotton candy, because you know what we serve around here. Lamb and manna. Little goat too, you know what I mean? I'm a little goat. Did you get something from this? Give God a praise right there.